This week I qualified for the Solo Cash Cup finals, though it was very close. Today we're going to be talking about my mistakes from this week's Solo Cash Cup and how I plan to fix them. This week I tried to change something that I noticed from last week's Solo Cash Cup that I thought would help. I changed my drop spot from Rumble Rooms to the crates location under Sanguine Suites. Though it did help a little bit, every game that I was contested I died, or it was a close 50-50. To prevent this from happening next week's Solo Cash Cup, I'm going to be changing my drop and practicing landing there beforehand. This should help me not die off spot in every game and have a better Cash Cup overall. And yeah. Next up, my fighting. I avoided fighting in this Solo Cash Cup because I knew that if I was to W key, I wouldn't qualify. I've been improving my fighting by 1v1ing and watching pros fights and seeing what they do. I do think improving my fighting will help my mid game, but because it's mainly in the later zones of the mid game that I'm struggling in, it isn't that big of a deal for now. Next up, we have positioning. Whenever I'm in the mid game, I just get in the circle most of the times, when I could have gone in a little further and been on dead side. Positioning on low priority zone has caused me many games and to die early because I used too many mats in mid game and couldn't find a refresh. What I learned is that it's worth spending a little more mats for me to have a really good position, so that way on the next rotate it's less expensive to rotate and I have lots of mats going into endgame. Next we're going to talk about my rotating skills. I've been dying in mid game a lot because I don't know how to rotate that good. I've been spending a ton of mats rotating and it doesn't really set my end games up that good because then I have to find a refresh very early on. I think one of the reasons of this is because I don't have good timing. I've been struggling to figure out how to know when to go or to let someone in front of me rotate first. And when I do choose to rotate, I end up getting sprayed or someone tags me and I end up boxing up and using a lot of mats, or I use mats to cover my back and I just use too many. And it's causing me to have low mats into endgame, and I think that can be fixed by me just botting pros, knowing when to rotate, learning how to. Also, learning where to rotate and like which path I should be taking. I think if I learn that stuff, then I should be good and my rotates become better. I'm going to fix this by botting pros and playing more scrims and more mid-game scenarios, so that way I can get better. Also, I'm going to try and actively think when I'm rotating, so that way I'm not getting shot as much. Overall, I think if I just spend more time playing scrims and botting pros and just playing more, then my mid game will get better eventually. And yeah, I just have to make sure I'm botting a lot, just so that way it's the gains are improving as fast as possible, pretty much. So yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching and see you guys later. See you guys next week.